Okay, so yeah, today it's the last class with me for a month. Amanda will take this class. Yeah, and I think the Friday morning is Libby. I think. I'm not really sure. I have to check that.
Friday?
Friday morning we have a class at 8:30 to Saturday. Yeah, so I will be here tomorrow too. Yeah. But yeah, Amanda Thursday, and I think Libby. Do you have a strap or do you need a strap? Yeah. Okay. So today we are going to try to move a little bit everywhere, trying to stretch everywhere. And I was thinking if it's okay for you to start using two blocks, one for the head and one to place between your shoulders. So you can try. We have different options here. Laying down on the mat. This is the first option. Just staying here. Both blocks are facing the edge of the mat, and you just go down like this. If here you don't feel anything, or you want something maybe a little bit more chest opener, you can change and just place the block for your head higher, because the block between your shoulders this time is going to face the side of your mat. And here again, we can go down. So you can choose your variation for today. You can try one and the other. See what's works the best for you. If you want, you can open the arms to the side. You can extend the legs, or you can bend the knees. You can even stay with the feet to the side of the mat and place the knees together. We'll just take a moment here, laying down on the mat, starting to maybe in the chest, here, the shoulders, just taking a moment here to release. Maybe close your eyes here. If you want, you can take one big inhale through the nose and exhale through your mouth. And just take a few breaths here. If this pose is too much, at any point you can remove the block. And just observe here your body laying down on the mat. Maybe take a moment here to feel your feet touching the mat. The hands maybe touching down the floor, the blanket. Just taking the time here to really be present on your mat. Really being here. Just keep breathing. If you want here, you can set one intention for this practice, or one intention for your day. And when you find your intention, just repeat this 3 times in your mind. And we will stay here 5 more big breaths. And if you want for the last breath here, again, you can exhale everything through your mouth. And from here, we are just going to a seating position. You can place the knees to one side, or you can just go up here. Take a moment to bend the knees to maybe adjust the position of the feet. And we will find like a cat cow here, rounding the spine on the exhale. And with one head squeezing the shoulders, maybe looking up. And just a few times here. 2 more times. And when you are done, you can just go back to center. Be sure to move the blocks to one side. We are going back with the back on the mat, but just don't forget to grab your strap here. And we just place the back on the mat. So we have the knees bent. We are just going to bring the right knee to the chest with the hands around the right knee and find some movement around the right ankle. You choose the movement. Can be flex and point or some circles here. One more breath here. And here you can grab your strap to place the strap around the right foot. We just start to extend the right leg up. If you don't want to use the strap, you can always just place the hands around the leg. You choose. You can stay like this, or you can start to extend the left leg down here. And we are going to start to open the hips. So we place the strap around the right hand. We take one inhale, and on the exhale, we place the right leg to the right side. I like to first place the left hand on the left hip to be sure the hip stays down, and after to extend the arm to the side. You can just extend the arm to the left side if you want. You can turn your head to the left. Just one more breath. And with one hand, we go back to center and we grab the strap. With the left hand, we place the right leg to the left. Again, you choose the best place for your right arm. Keep the shoulders on the mat and maybe turn your head to the right. One breath here. And we can go back to center with the right leg extending both hands around the strap. From here, flex the right foot. And with one hand, lift the chest and the head up. And we stay here. We have option. You can stay here. If you want, you can lift the left leg up. If you already feel comfortable, you can just leave the strap here and extend the arm. Huge. Just one more. Just take one breath. Then exhale, release everything here. Bend the knees. And we just start. So we have both knees bent to start to the opposite side. First, left knee to the chest, finding movement around the left hand. One more breath. And we can place the strap around this left foot. Again, you always have the option to stay with the right knee bent, or you can extend the right leg. Start to extend the left leg, finding a good place here for your hands. Just one big breath here. And we can start to open the hips so the strap is going around the left hand, open. And again, you can start to maybe push with your right hand, your right hip to be sure everything is done. And after, extend your right arm to the side. You can even turn your head to the right side if you want. And on the next inhale, we can start to go back to center, to grab the strap with the right hand and to go to the opposite side. Again, here, left arm can go to the left, the head can turn to the left. One more breath. And we go back to center and again we start placing the hands around the strap to be able to lift the chest, the shoulders, the head back. Again, you can stay like this. You can lift the right leg up. If you want the last option, you can extend the arms. Just one more breath. And we take one hand, exhale, use everything, bend both knees. You can place the strap to one side and just hurt the knees here, moving side to side. Beautiful. And from here, we just place the hands behind the legs to roll back and forth 3 times just to find a sitting position. in the middle of your mat. You can choose here to sit with the legs crossed, or you can place the feet together. Your choice. I'm going to sit with the feet together, but no problem if you prefer the first option. You can sit on top of your blanket, on top of your block. You can even place blocks. Here, we just take one inhale. We lift the arms up. And on the exhale, we find a twist. One hand on the opposite knee, one hand behind. We just take one inhale to go back to center with the arms up. We twist to the opposite side. We take one inhale, we go back with the arms up. And exhale, release the hands down. Maybe stay here, maybe start to walk the hands forward to release the head. And if this is not comfortable for you today, you can always cross the legs instead. We stay here tomorrow. With one inhale, you can stop to go back to center to place the hands to the side and the arms are going up. Place the hands together, interlace the fingers, palms facing up. And again, we find a twist on the exhale. So here you don't have the hands helping you to twist. And we go back to center with one inhale and exhale. We twist to the opposite side. We just go back to center. And again, we are going down. If you had the legs crossed, just change the cross of your legs. If you had the feet together, you can change the shape more like a butterfly, a diamond. You choose. We just go down. And again, we stay 2 deep breaths. And with one inhale, we can go back with the chest facing forward. You can use your hands here to close the knees because we stayed a long time here. Maybe take a moment to move the knees side to side. Beautiful. And we are ready now to go to a tabletop. You can use your blanket under your knees if you want. Here we try to place the knees under the hips, open hip distance almost. Oh, perfect. And here just walk your hands a few inches forward to have the space we are going to put the needle. Here we just take one inhale, we lift the right arm up. And on the exhale, place this arm behind the left, place the chin to chest, and maybe the head is going down. And here, maybe place the left hand behind your back, trying to open here to find like a twist, the left shoulder is facing up. You can stay like this, or if you want, you can extend the left leg. Staying with the toes down on the mat or not, you choose. We stay here, 2 big breaths. here. We just take one inhale, we lift the left arm up, and on the exhale, we lift the left hand down. Big inhale, we lift the right arm up and release everything. And we do the same to the opposite side. So we start opening here, left arm up, and exhale, we just go down. Placing here the right hand behind the back. Again, trying to place almost the right shoulder facing up. Be careful with your neck. Again, here if you want to extend the leg, just be careful with your balance here. Two more breaths. Now just take one hand to the back with the right arm up. Exhale, release the hand down. One big inhale, you can go back with the left arm up and release everything. Be sure to keep the diagonal between the wrist and the shoulders. Rotate the shoulders, toes on the mat. When you are ready, we move to the downward facing dog. If you want, you can always use blocks under your hands. You can keep both knees ready bent. You can find movement you choose here. Try to really push with your hands to find a beautiful line with your back, with your head. We stay here, two more big breaths. And on the next inhale, you can look forward and start to move the feet to the front of the mat. We find a forward fold here. Your variation, both knees bent, micro bend, expanding, moving, grabbing the elbows, shaking the head. Just do what you need right now. One more breath. And with one head, we can start to roll the spine up and to go. Returning position to the front of the mat. Place your feet here, place your hands and shoulders back. We just take one inhale, we lift both arms up. One hand grab the opposite wrist, extending this arm, and on the exhale, we lean to the side. So my right hand is grabbing my left wrist. I'm leaning to the right. And we go back to center. For me, left hand grabbing the right wrist. I lean to the left. We just go back to center, big inhale. Exhale, we go down. Inhale, find your halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We go back up with one big inhale. And release the hands down to the side. And because we already took a moment to open the hips, I think we can try to find a tree pose here. You know, you can grab the wall, you can find just the floor instead of the mat. It doesn't matter which side goes first. Just start to place one to the side, keep facing forward, squeeze everything here, staying low or going up. You choose. Maybe place your arms, find a good place for your head. Deep breath. Just one more deep breath. If you want to play with your balance, if you have the arms up, maybe start to look up and maybe slowly go down, following the fingers with your hand. And slowly release everything. I know it's so hard. I don't know why, but yeah. And we go to the opposite side again. Shake the hips, the knee. You can always stay here. You can start to go up, but keep the hip open here. And again, find your variation. And again, if you want to find this beautiful game, we just look up with our hands together and slowly go down. And, and oh, you can move the blanket to one side and be sure to have one block on each side of your mat. Because from here, we are going to find a warrior two first with the right foot, right knee bends and left foot 90 degrees. Yes. And first, adjust the position of your leg. Place your arms extended like a T with the palms facing down, the shoulders. Check if you can see the big toe, maybe the second here. And we are going to take one hand to extend both legs, to lift the arms up, maybe lift the right foot up. And exhale, we go back to this warrior. Just do this two more times, going up and down. With your breath here. From here, extend the right leg. You can stay like this, or you can adjust left foot next closer to the right to go to your triangle. Reach forward, and on the exhale, the right hand goes down. Up, maybe use a block here and here. Adjust the position of the chest. You can look up if you want. Be sure to not put too much weight on the right side. One more breath here and we will find a movement with the left arm. We are just going to find a circle, placing the left arm first forward and down. And keep finding the circle here, taking the inhale up, exhale down. Use one circle here. And we stay with the left arm up. We take one inhale, we go back to center, both arms extended. And on the exhale, we lean toward the left Okay, so the right hand is up, the left hand is down. And we can go back to center. Bend your right knee. Place the block in front of you to go to your half moon. So the right hand is going on top of the block. You can stay with your left hand on your hip if you want. And we try to find a balance here. Again, keep the hip open. You can keep a big bend on your right knee. You can start to extend the leg to really lift the left leg up. If this is not for you, you can always stay in warrior or even in side angle if you prefer. You feel super comfortable. You can forget about the block. You can even place the right hand in front of your chest. We have a lot of options for just one more big breath here. And slowly release everything coming back. And we are going to try all of this to the opposite side. So we just turn the left foot to find first the warrior two. So adjust the feet here. Place first the legs, the hips, the arms. We have the left knee down. Oh, and we start with three dynamic warriors. So with one inhale, we go up with the arms, extending both legs. Exhale, warrior two. With your breath, beautiful. And we can extend the left leg. You can again start to move the right foot closer. We go to the triangle. So reach forward and the left hand is going down. The right arm is up. You can stay on the inside of the leg. You can place the hand on the block. Again, be sure to keep the chest open. One more breath and we will start the sit. So we just take one inhale and when you are ready, exhale, sit. We have 5. Beautiful. And when you are done with your 5, just stay with the right arm up. Take one inhale, go back to center, and on the exhale, left arm up, right hand down. We just reverse. And we go back to center, bend the left knee. And again, here we are going to try the half moon. Again, if this pose is not for you, you can stay in warrior or even inside and go. You can use your block this time for your left hands. Placing the right leg up, right hand on the hip or up, you choose. Keep the hip open, flexing the right foot. Just one breath. And you can release everything down. And go back to center. Keep the feet open here. To the side, place the arms up with one big inhale. And on the exhale, we are going down. You can always bring a block with you between your legs. Release the head here. Maybe adjust the position of your feet. Maybe find movement side to side. And from here, we will find a twist. Option 1, the hands stay between the legs. Option 2, the hand is going to grab something on the outside of the opposite leg. You choose your option. When you are ready, find your twist, lifting one arm up. You can look up if you want. We just take one inhale and exhale, release, and just twist to the opposite side. One big inhale and exhale, with and release. Here, you can place your hands on your hips and just take one inhale, start to go back and just facing forward. And you can close the feet if you need to. Just say, okay. And we go back facing the front of the mat. Again, be sure to have one block in front of you. Perfect. We just start here with the chair pose. When you are ready, bend the knees and find your chair. For today, placing the weight back on your hips, we just place the hands together in front of the chest. And on the exhale, find a twist. Staying here or placing the elbow on the outside of the opposite knee. If you choose this option, check the knees. The opposite knee always wants to go forward. We want to keep the knees on. We just take one inhale. We go back to center and exhale. We twist to the opposite side. Again, here we want the knees online. We try to really push with the hands, place the hands in the middle of the chest. You can look back on top of the shoulder. And with one inhale, we go back to center. Lift the arms up, extend the legs. Exhale. Ah. We stay with the right foot here. We send the left foot back. 45 degrees, both legs extended, maybe on two lines to have the hips facing forward. We are going to find the pyramid pose. We just take one inhale, we lift the arms up. And on the exhale, we are going down and just we don't stay in the regular pyramid. We are going to find a twist. Just the left hand stay down, maybe on top of the block, and the right hand can go behind your lower back or arm extended. You choose. If here you feel super comfortable, you can move the blood down. You can even really go down, your choice. But keep the twist here with the chest. We will have one breath here. And we can release the right hand. Again, we don't stay here. We just move the left hand forward to the left side, like almost in front of you, because we want to turn here the left foot, to place the left heel up, and to start to lift the left leg up with the hips square, maybe with the foot flexed, and maybe with the right arm up or behind your lower back. Beautiful. Just one big inhale, and on the exhale, place both feet together and find a forward. And here, every time we are here, you can find movement, or you can just stay here, observing the difference between each side. And we will just take one hand going up, maybe with the arms up. Exhale, hands together into the side. So we are going to find the same to the opposite side, placing the block to the right here. Extend this time, right leg back, left foot stay to the front. Again, find like a good angle to place the hips facing forward, to lift the arms up, big inhale, and on the exhale, we go down. And again, we just stay here with the right hand down, maybe on the block, to start to place the left hand behind the lower back, to place the shoulder, and to maybe lift the arm. You can, if you want, again, you can stay with the block or no block. You choose. We have one more big breath. And release the left hand down, just to place the block in front of you to the right side, to turn the right foot, to start to lift the right leg up. Again, you can stay here, or you can start to find like a twist here. Just take one inhale, and on the exhale, feet together again. Release everything here. Beautiful. One more big breath. And with one inhale, we can find a high twist. Exhale, fold, and we move to a downward facing dog from here. We stay here one big breath. And here, release the knees down to just sit on the mat. So just here, find the elbows, bending the elbows here, grabbing with the hands up in front of you. And from here, don't move your elbows, just start to open the forearms to be able to interlace your hands. Okay. We have the toes on the mat. We are just going to find a beautiful dolphin here, lifting the hips up. And we just take it. One more breath here. And again, release the knees down and find your sitting position. You can do exactly the same with your fingers interlaced, or if you want, you can place the hands facing each other with the thumb up or hands down, but keep the space here with the elbows. When you are ready, go back to your dolphin here, your variation with your hands. Just one more breath, and from here, we will go to a plank on the forearms. So you can adjust the feet and just slowly start to find your plank here. You, we just take one inhale, and on the exhale, you can release everything down on the mat. Just extend the arms in front of you. And with one inhale, we lift the chest, the arms, the legs up. We lift everything up. And on the exhale, release. We do the same. We go up, big inhale, exhale down. We have one more and we will stay up. You have the option to stay here. You have the option to bend the knees, to place the arms back, to grab ankle or feet. Your choice. Just one big inhale and exhale. Release everything here. Take a moment here to maybe bend the knees, to move the feet side to side. And you can just go back to center with the feet. The hands are going under the shoulders. Just stay with one hand actually under the shoulder and the opposite extended to the. We are just going to roll here to one side. Raise your head. Maybe then one knee, maybe both. Yeah. If you really want, you can place both arms behind. Can even interlace the fingers. We stay here 2 more big breaths. And after these 2 breaths, you can go back to center and just do exactly the same to the opposite side. Roll your feet toward the arm extended. Place your hand. Find the best variation for your arms here. Two more big breaths here. And after these two breaths, just go back to center. Just to place my hands under the shoulders, to take one hand to find a cobra, and on the exhale, push the hips back, and we just go to a child pose. Knees together, knees really open, it doesn't matter. You can release your head on the mat, on the block. You can extend your arms in front of you or back. Two big breaths here. You can just take one hand to find a sitting position in the middle of the mat. Just sit here with one leg extended in front of you. I'm starting with the right extended and just cross the opposite on top. Maybe you need a block here. Maybe the leg is going down. Just here, if this is not for you and you prefer to bend both knees, go ahead. We just take one inhale and on the exhale, we start to go down. If you want here, you can use again your strap if you have the leg extended, or you can just release everything down. We stay here 2 more breaths. And with one inhale, we can just start to go back. And we are just going to extend both legs in front of you to show go ahead. And we just do the same to the opposite side again. Option to stay with one leg extended or to bend both knees if you prefer. When you are ready, just start to go down again. You can use your strap. If you already touch your foot and you really want something like flexing, you can use your block. You choose here. We have 3 more big breaths here. And with one inhale, we can just stop to go back up again. If you need to take a moment here, stay. And from here, we just place the back on the mat. Just bend your knees, open your arms to the side, and one last twist here. Place the hips on one side, the knees to the opposite side. Find a twist. Maybe turn your head to the opposite side of your knee. Two big breaths here. And with one inhale, we can go back to center and just find your twist to the opposite side. Bring the hips on one side, the knees, maybe opening the arms. And on the next inhale, you can slowly go back to center. Maybe take a moment, place the knees and the chest together, just with everything moving side to side, or even from here, finding a happy baby. Just take a time. And when you feel ready, you can slowly release the hands and the feet on the mat. If you miss one or two other movements here, go ahead. And just find your final pose here, final pose of your choice. You know, you can use your blanket, you can use your blouse to make this pose super comfy here. You can close your eyes if you want. And we just with this time here, maybe go back with your breath. Maybe go back with your intention. And just enjoy this time, just breathe. You can stay here longer if you want, if you need. And just when you are ready, start to find some movement here. Slowly going back on your mat. Maybe bending your knees and go to your favorite side. Again, you always have the choice. Stay here, or you can join the sitting position. You can keep your eyes closed here and maybe place your hands together in front of your chest. And if you want to take one more breath here with me, you just take one big breath through the mouth. Hold your breath. And when you are ready, exhale everything through your mouth. Thank you for being here today with me. Thanks for taking this time just for you. Be proud of it. Have a wonderful rest of your day.